Hey, Cowboys fans who are in such of a rush to replace Dak, have you seen the Trey Lance experience in the preseason? Have you seen how many picks he has? How he's first read or go? He's going to stare down his first read, and if it ain't open, he's either going to be late with the ball or he's going to go. Life don't look so good without Dak Prescott, but I'm a little concerned about Ceedee Lamb now because, there's a thing about being in football shape. Ceedee Lamb has been, working out on his own, but football shape is football shape. And after you've been on a long layoff and then you get back into the swing of things, you're very susceptible to soft tissue injuries. Little calf strain, little hamstring strain, little quad pull, little small soft tissue injuries like that. Like, you might think it's a myth, but I've seen it too many times where a player is held out or a player's been gone for a while and then they get back in the flow of things and they're going, balls to the wall 100 miles an hour and, there's a little injury. They're out for 1 or 2 weeks. I hope doesn't happen with Ceedee Lamb because that's my guy. Christie Sides, bro. I need her to change that starting lineup. A starting lineup with Nalyssa Smith and Katie Lou is not going to work. It's terrible defensively, and if Katie Lou's not making her open shots and Nalyssa's not really getting offense ran for her, there are negative on both sides of the ball. We watched that Lynx game. They started down big, even though the Lynx were coming from a back-to-back and the Fever had 5-6 days off. You got to get Lexi Holt into that starting lineup somehow, some way. And I'm noticing a very concerning pattern with the Fever as well. Caitlin Clark, Kelsey Mitchell, and Aaliyah Boston are playing an absurd amount of minutes. Now, Aaliyah Boston's probably going to get some more rest now that Tammy's back and Dantes is probably going to get more minutes. But they got to figure out something about Caitlin Clark's minutes because she can't be playing 36, 37 minutes a game being the primary ball handler. And then you're going to start seeing some of these teams are going to start putting her in more and more pick and roll and screen action. And you guys explain to me why you are caping so hard for A'ja Wilson to be the unanimous MVP of the WNBA. It's crazy. The Aces are a 5th seed. Let's put that in NBA terms. There are 30 teams in the NBA. So that's equivalent to a player from the 13th or 14th seed winning the MVP unanimously. That's asinine. In fact, how many MVPs in the WNBA have come from the 5th seed? I saw Napheesa Collier snatch A'ja Wilson's chain twice last week when the Aces played the Lynx. Like, she was doing it on both ends. She was getting her buckets and she was checking A'ja one-on-one. I saw A'ja running away from the feet fade. Like, she was letting Kia Stokes or someone else guard her. Now, that could have been part of the coaching plan, but I don't care. Like, it's mano y mano. What you trying to do? You trying to show everybody you the best, right? You're supposed to be unanimous, but you running away from the feet fade? So I'm about to start pushing the MVP agenda. If they get to the 2 seed, somehow, some way, then to me, with her stats and how she played against the Aces, we saw them on national TV. We saw what happened. Chains being snatched. I think maybe Fee should get some MVP consideration. Not saying A'ja's not a worthy MVP candidate, but unanimous? Unanimous of what, man? Like, stop playing that. This past weekend, the Minnesota Lynx used the Indiana Fever propaganda to have Maya Moore's retirement jersey be the biggest thing in the Target Center. They could have retired the jersey when they played the Aces, but if you watch the Aces Lynx game, there were some curtains up in the stands, right? The upper deck, they had them curtains there because it didn't sell out like that. All Fever games sell out. And not in the little boy or little girl arena. We talking about the big boy, big girl arenas. The arenas that got 18,000 fans. So, good on the Lynx for using that Fever propaganda to put on this grand show for Maya Moore. Obviously, the GOAT of women's basketball. But still, I see what y'all doing. I see what all these teams are doing. They're trying to get a little bit of that Fever gold. That Fever hype. It's all good, though.